So welcome along to part 5, my final part of my free Twitter training. So let's start off, as I said we were going to do last time. We're going to look at trends and at Twitter moments. As you can see, there's this new column, relatively new now, up on the top left-hand side. And if we click onto that, you can see we're on that page because there's this line underneath here. It takes us to what Twitter has put together and what they call moments. And it's basically looking at the top things that are going on, and it's a collation of either, as you can see here, news stories, sports stories, entertainment stories, all those kind of things there. And this is actually quite funny, I must admit. I'm recording this in early January, and people are watching a puddle, and they're watching people navigate this puddle. And if you click onto this story here, it takes you through to the moment where it's got everybody looking at it. So this is a Periscope stream just here. These are little actual videos of people jumping over it, all sorts of stuff going on here. And it's just them putting it together. Here's someone working in their office, but keeping their eye closely on, as you can see just there, on what's going on the Drummond puddle. So yeah, hashtag Drummond puddle watch. Fantastic. The weird things that Twitter puts in front of us sometimes. Down here we can see in the news section Prince George's first day at nursery. So again, it's just collating together all the stories and information around that. And you can see that there are people, Kensington Palace in particular, tweeting about it. No surprise there, of course. And other people commenting on it and so on and so forth. Liking it too, of course, when Prince William started. Cheeky little monkeys, the pair of them, as you can see. So yeah, Moments is basically Twitter's attempt to kind of collate together news stories, but based around sections like proper news. I say proper news. If we click into proper news, Prince George comes up in there. Self-lacing shoes are now a real thing. All sorts of bits and bobs. And it gives you a bit of a timeline. You can see there it's 9 minutes, 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago. Now, this is relatively new. There's not been much said about it. People haven't blogged much about it. People haven't passed many comments on it. You want my personal opinion on it? It's not something I look at very regularly. But as long as you understand that in there, if you're stuck for something to talk about, Moments is a good place maybe to grab a story. You can retweet a story and send it out there. So it might give you a little bit of information. But one other thing is to look at is Moments, and it brings us very nicely into what we're going to talk about as well, was the trends section. And as you can see here, that if we go back to we go back to the main stories, and believe it or not, this puddle watch is number 1. But curiously enough, it's also sitting at number 1 in the trends under its hashtag Drummond puddle watch. And it's trends that I wanted to take you through right now. Now, this is appearing on this page. It appears on every page as you go through here. I'm not sure if it... Let's have a look and see if it appears on the notification page. It does as well, yeah, so it's there too. Let's go back to the home page, and over here you can see that we have the trends section just here, okay? Now, what it is, it's looking at the top 10 things that people are talking about the most. Some of them are hashtags. Some of them are just words. We can see the stuff that's going on in the news. There's Prince George, Oculus Rift, all sorts of bits and bobs. Now, some of this stuff we won't understand. I don't know, for example, what CES 2016 stands for, but it's a popular hashtag. People are talking about it. There's been 163,000 tweets about it. Now, what we can do is click on that, and then it will take us to all the results of everybody that have included that in there. And we're looking through here. So it's a conference that's going on. CES stands for conference. And we can see here it's the official Twitter handle for CES 26. Innovation does business. I'm still not sure what the actual letters CES stand for. And I may be being thick and I've completely missed it. And you may see it. But yeah, that's where we're looking at with these things. So we can see here the top trends that people are actually talking about at the moment. Now, why is that relevant to you? Well, if you're using this for business, and I mentioned it just a minute ago, if you want to go into Moments, you're stuck for something to say. In Moments, you'll be motivated by what Twitter is collating together for us. Well, over here on the trends, these are the top 10 things that it's being spoken about at the moment. So these are very popular topics. Now, if you were to send a tweet out with one of these words written in it, you're going to be amongst the tweets that people like me are clicking on, like this, and going to, and we get to see what is put on there. So PMQs, I know, stands for Prime Minister Questions, and we can have a little look down through here. So a lot of people could be talking about that, and you'll see if we scroll through these tweets down here, There are lots and lots of people talking about it. So if you wanted to get seen by lots more people, you could use that hashtag PMQs. If you can leverage one of these stories, if it's relevant to your industry, to your business, by all means do that. But I wouldn't probably go on there and talk about PMQs. I wouldn't, because I'm not political. But if your business is based in that sphere, maybe that is something you want to do. I just want to show you this, because this is the worldwide trends at the moment, or it might be set for UK trends at the moment. If you click on that trends and change, okay, we click on change here, it gives us the ability to actually set that to somewhere closer to home. Now, if you're based in Bournemouth, fantastic. You have the people of Bournemouth. You can actually look at the top 10 things that they're tweeting about at that moment. Same thing for London, Brighton. And what will happen is this will get bigger and bigger as Twitter evolves. At the moment, you can see the big battle in the West Country. Exeter is the capital of Devon, but Plymouth is a much, much bigger city. So when Twitter put this together, they looked at population, and the population of Plymouth is nearly 3 times the size of the population of Exeter, despite it not being the capital. So they have given it to the people of Plymouth. You cannot look at what it is for Exeter. So let's click on Plymouth in particular, set that it's that, and then we click on done down here, and then we go over here and we start to see a slightly different section of the top 10 things. It was not quite as it was before when we were looking at the whole UK one. So again, it can set it to somewhere a bit more local. Doesn't matter where you're based, you can put in a search. Stateside, it's a little bit better. You can get much more over there. But over here in the UK, still a little bit limited as to where we can actually look at. But again, if you wanted to put that onto London, stick it onto London, click on done, and you can see what the people of London are talking about over here as well. And I love this, Woof Woof Wednesday. If you're an animal lover or a dog lover, go and have a look at that hashtag, but I won't take you to it right now. So that gives you a bit of a whistle-stop tour of moments and of trends as well, and hopefully that's given you a good taster of exactly how to get started on Twitter. I really hope that has helped you. Of course, if you would like some more help, I would be delighted to help, naturally. This is what I do for a living. I train people on social media. I consider myself a Twitter specialist, so if I can help you more with this, then by all means, click below this video on my website, if that's where you're watching it, and you'll see there's a button that will take you to a brand new page, and you can find out lots more information how I can help you further your progress on Twitter.